Chosen one, this is not simply a warning. This is a spiritual announcement. What you're about to feel, experience, or confront is not punishment. It's positioning. Someone who once wounded you deeply, who pierced your spirit and scattered your trust, is being spiritually exposed. Their mask is falling. The truth they tried to bury is rising, and that revelation is heading toward your home, your heart, and your awareness. But here's what heaven wants you to remember. This heartbreak is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to activate you. July 4th, 2025 is not just another day. It is a divine portal, a coded date in the spirit realm set aside for your release and elevation. Heaven has chosen this moment to begin revealing what's been hidden, not only around you, but within you. You may feel the ache first. You may hear news that stings. But do not collapse under the weight of it, because this pain has a purpose. The one who hurt you underestimated what God was building in secret. They saw your vulnerability but overlooked your anointing. They used your love, but they never expected your divine comeback. So yes, a difficult truth is coming. But so is your spiritual activation. That betrayal? It's birthing a breakthrough. Your spirit is being recalled to alignment. Not next week, now. Heaven is watching your response. You are not being punished. You are being called up. Step into this moment with courage, because July 4th, 2025 is not the end of something painful. It's the beginning of something prophetic. As you hear these words, something strong is being unleashed. If you feel it stirring, it's confirmation rather than fantasy. Allow this message to create a conduit inside yourself. To release your intentions into the energy field, write your best wishes and the number 777 in the comments section. What you write will intensify the divine pulse in your life. And this chapter is about desires being fulfilled and energizing the cosmos. Your voice counts, your vision counts, and when you believe, your dream may become a reality. Select one now, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. You recognize the activation when the timing is perfect. It's not something you have to wait for. And now is the moment. Your life is going to fall into place, not through hard work or coercion, but by divine intervention. The indication that you are no longer where you were will be that click. You'll be aware. Your ideas, feelings, and reactions will all change as a result. People will sense your enthusiasm before you even say a word. Your presence will radiate strength. Your quiet will convey answers. You will get a response from the atmosphere. Why? Due to the fact that July 4th, 2025 is not an ordinary day. Your spirit will be acknowledged as awakened on this day. Within you is something great, something precious, that has been dormant. Heaven has held off on releasing it till the right moment. You are becoming activated rather than just enabled. A distinction exists. Being empowered provides you the fortitude to persevere. You get the signal to stand up, march, construct, and seize territory when you are activated. You have not just withstood hardships and survived for the sake of telling tales. Every quiet, every betrayal, every fire, every breakthrough, all of them have prepared you. It was all leading to this. It was all about opening up a deeper part of your spirit so you wouldn't wonder what would happen next. You'd know. You would enter it. And that moment has now come. Write amen to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. The 4th of July will signify more than ever. It's your holy timeline bursting open. The change is occurring right now, not in the future. Being conscious of what others have overlooked is the first step towards activation. You are starting to sense that something is out of the ordinary in your current role. You've had the feeling that something significant is about to occur. You could have experienced intense introspection, heightened sensitivity, unusual nightmares, or heavenly delays. All of this indicates that the activation energy has already permeated your surroundings. Nothing outside of yourself can stop you from being in alignment with your calling, because what is activating will not resurface in the same shape. You cannot afford to miss this time. This is about clarity, not about fear. Respecting what has been delivered from above is the goal here. Some doors only open once because of God's exact timing, not because He is stingy. When the earth is ready, it comes. When your spirit is mature enough to bear what is being offered, it manifests. The soil is also rich at the moment. You're ready spiritually. It's going to be put in your hands, and you're old enough to manage it. Thus, July 4th isn't only about sky-high fireworks. It's about your life's divine purpose exploding. You've been wondering why, up until now, so many things slowed down. You've been wondering why possibilities didn't make sense, plans were put on hold, and connections vanished. The reason for this is because heaven has been arranging things to create space for this activation. You were concealed, not left behind. You were being aligned. You weren't ignored. And your spirit is getting the message that the moment has arrived now that you are centered in this frequency. It might manifest as sudden clarity, a resurgence of energy, or a change in your perspective on your life's journey. That isn't arbitrary. That's your affirmation. Obedience is necessary for activation, but not in a way that stifles your own individuality or makes you conform to the expectations of others. Saying yes to what your soul already knows is true is a kind of spiritual obedience. The sort where you take action without waiting for others to comprehend. The sort where, despite the demands of reason for specifics, you let your faith direct your next course of action. Because the selected ones follow what is timeless rather than what is trendy. That is what this moment requires of you. One of them is you, and your steps are being divinely measured, rather being squandered. From now on, you have to start to view yourself in a new light. This activation alters not just your situation, but also who you are. Your perspective on the past will change. You'll see that all of your bad turns brought you to this point. Everything that was taken from you will start to return to you, not only in the material sense, but also in the spiritual power you now possess. You'll stroll as if you've touched the design of heaven. It's impossible to deny that you will talk like someone who knows what's coming. You'll live as if you've been illuminated from the inside out. Don't let fear prevent you from participating in this activity. Avoid allowing distractions to derail your progress. Don't question what your spirit is currently confirming again and over. Something about July 4th, 2025 is specifically tailored to you. This is where worldly opportunity and spiritual vitality meet. The image you've been holding in your heart starts to take shape at this point. Although it may not seem how you had anticipated, it will feel peaceful. Your sign is that. It will happen. It won't be coerced. And you'll know that something greater has at last emerged when it does. Write Amen to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. This explains why, despite everything seeming to be the same on the surface, you've been feeling a sense of urgency recently, and why it seems like something is moving or ticking. It's not your imagination. You're feeling the divine's pulse. You are connecting with the beat of your fate. The signal indicating the gate has opened is being picked up by you. On the opposite side, there is clarity, growth, wealth, and acknowledgement rather than chaos. However, until the activation is recognized, none of these occur. You have to be there. You have to accept it. You have to act as if you already own it. It is too. July 4th, 2025 is a reminder that you are already prepared, not a request for preparation. The tests have been successfully completed. The pruning has finished. You no longer have to bear the weight you formerly did. It is now your strength. In solitude, you have developed muscles that are invisible to others. Heaven, however, has seen it all. And now it is giving you visibility in addition to benefits. People will know you, will see you. More significantly, your ultimate purpose will be ignited. It's not just for you. This is for your future generations, for those who will hear your voice, and for the lives that your alignment will impact. This activation is important because of this. You had to traverse the woods for that reason. The stillness had to be so extended for that reason, because it won't be shallow when you ascend today. It will be strong. It will be sacred. There will be no denying it, and it begins right now. You are on the precipice of an irrevocable event. This is not the kind of change that wanes in the face of uncertainty or goes away after a few days. Your spiritual DNA is being redefined, and it's starting now. Because the version of you that lived in survival mode is eroding, you will no longer be able to react to life as you previously did. Activation transforms the container, not just your situation. The light that is now entering you is not made to fit into the outdated frameworks that you were used to, and you are the container. That comfort is no longer available. You've been experiencing the need to shed layers because of this, including connections that keep you stuck in the past, restrictive self-talk, outmoded notions, and out-of-date views. You can no longer pretend that you are at the same level since you have outgrown it. Everything that isn't in tune with the improved frequency you're entering will be brought to light by the next activation. This purging should not be resisted. Don't lament your life's departure. Whatever is going away is creating space for what is in alignment. Additionally, there won't be any mistake about what is aligned. Clarity, assurance, and confirmation will follow. The 4th of July is a sign from the upper planes. This signal, however, remains with you, in contrast to a firework display that vanishes into the sky. It's a moment that you become, not something you observe. You are a living example of a change in the divine. You are the evidence that time is real, and that nothing on earth can stop heaven from declaring that it is time. You've spent enough time on standby. While others got their turn, you observed from the sidelines. However, your quiet was preparedness rather than denial. And suddenly someone is calling your name. The unseen is coming into view. Heaven is the first to see you, not the earth. And heaven approves of what it sees. You have a big calling in life. It wasn't. However, a runway was required. You remained hidden because you were precious, not because you were weak. Until it is revealed, the holy is shielded, and your unveiling is this activation. July 4th, 2025 is your heavenly entrance, not a deadline. At this point, your presence will start to be heard more clearly than your justifications. Nothing will need to be proven by you. To be understood, you won't have to battle. Those that are spiritually aware will sense the proof of the activation as soon as you walk into the room. The purpose of this moment is to be forceful, not flawless. Before you accept this, don't get caught up in attempting to make every aspect of your life perfect. Perfection is not a prerequisite for activation. It waits for everything to be ready. You're also prepared. Your soul knows, even if your head doesn't. Light, knowledge, suffering, strength, and tenacity have all been absorbed by you. The tools that were previously dispersed are now coming together thanks to your efforts. Like a heavenly design, you are being put together. The previously incomprehensible parts will now fit together. You will now be strengthened by the experiences that broke you. The garden is ready to blossom, and the tears you shed are now watering it. This is one of those days that has significance. You may feel different when you wake up. You could have an epiphany. You could have intense dreams, odd synchronicity, or a profound inner silence. These aren't random occurrences. These are affirmations from God. There's something happening that can't be stopped. There is no repetition of the divine. This is the actual event, not a rehearsal. Additionally, you, the selected one, are not observing from the throng. The focal point is you. The spotlight is no longer optional when the curtain rises. The task of shining has been given to you. The activation is precise rather than loud. It doesn't have to make an announcement in a flurry. It moves purposefully. You could thus feel compelled to move silently. Your soul can be drawing you inside because of this. That's why you want to be alone. Not to go away, but to be ready. In silence, heaven communicates most clearly, and the voice of your next chapter is being written in real time, which is what you are now hearing in the silent areas. Don't disregard your intuition. Take note of what's changing. The activation is flowing through you, rather than only around you. You have been selected for responsibilities as well as benefits. Furthermore, that duty is your crown, rather than a burden. Blending in was never your intention. You were destined to lead by divine example, not by coercion. People will follow you because your light reminds them of theirs, not because you ask them to. When others forget, your life will turn into a mirror reflecting their true selves. Your statements will have more weight than they had before. Your choices will begin to change your surroundings in ways that didn't seem feasible before. Why? For those who are energized, everything around them is activated. There was no denial in the delay. This seems familiar to you, but now it makes sense. It lands now. It all makes sense now. You would have handled this poorly if you had entered it any earlier. Not because you were a horrible person, but because you were unprepared. However, you are now. Fire is what has purified you. The defeat has humbled you. Quiet trust has raised you. You may now be trusted with the impending arrival. Power comes from the divine only once the vessel is ready. Your preparation is over, and you are the vessel. You don't circle July 4th, 2025 for fun. It is the day that heaven purposefully circled. It selected you, not the other way around. The change is the result of cosmic alignment, not chance. Everything is now going your way. We've unlocked the codes. The energy is now free. They are delivering the tasks. The scroll also has your name on it. The hidden location has accepted you, and you're being led out into the world now. Allow it to sink into your soul. This is not the time to look back. This is the time when fear turns into fuel, when hesitancy turns into holy courage, when maybe turns into definitely, when someday turns into now. Now is not the moment to doubt your identity. You've crossed the line. What you were is no longer you. Even the person you were a week ago has changed. Your timeline has been touched by something heavenly. The sequence of events has been altered by something. Your wait for your breakthrough is over. You're walking in it. The 4th of July is about more than just celebrating. It's about igniting. Nothing can extinguish the inner fire that is being sparked. You'll get insight from that fire. Your voice will sound sharper after that fire. You will reach areas you never thought possible because of that fire. And everything will feel in harmony. No more coercing, pleading, or questioning. The time for heavenly flow is now. You've been welcomed inside, and the gate is open. On this day, don't let the outside world divert you. Don't let the din to overpower God's voice. This is an amazing period. Don't let everyday occurrences remind you of it. Your name will be spoken in locations your feet haven't yet reached if you pay careful attention. Every step you take will feel guided by a lovely wind. Your bones will feel more aligned, and it's irreversible once it starts. Something that no human hand can stop has begun with the Chosen One. You've reached a turning point, and July 4th, 2025 will go down in history as the day when everything started reacting to your activation. Heaven has ceased to wait. What you bring to earth is ready. Your time is now, and this is your moment. You've always had the feeling that there was more, something to this world, more to you, more waiting beyond your obedience. You've always felt deep down that something was watching, measuring and aligning, but you couldn't quite put your finger on it. You were correct too. Your path has been characterized by a sense of purpose and sacredness. You were guided here. You didn't merely stumble. Even the locations that seemed to be diversions were really holy sites. Heaven saw what others perceived as incorrect turns as divine placement. And now, everything is fitting together precisely and effortlessly, like the parts of a jigsaw. The whole scene starts to materialize on July 4th, 2025.